Hi guys, it's Becky, and I finally got my bargain bead box for February. It is right here and ready to open it up and get it sorted into my organizers. And if you're new to my channel, just to let you know, there are a lot of really great unboxers who do these are just the beads, and they show you the beads and then they move right on to the next beads and the next beads and the next beads, but I don't do that here. I open up the beads, we talk about them a little bit, I sort them into my 15 grid organizers, because if I keep my beads in the bag, I will never use them, but if they're in an organizer, I definitely will use them. It really aids me in being able to decide what I want to make, what beads are going to go with what, to be able to open up my box and see it there. So I also have a much chattier presentation style for my unboxings and everything. So like if you are not a fan of nonsense, this might not be the right place for you. And I don't mind. I can't appeal to everybody, and that's fine. No ill will if you decide that I am not for you. But I just wanted to warn you going into this that there's going to be some chatter. There's going to be me talking about the beads. We will get to all of them, but I'm going to be opening them up, unstringing them, getting them into my organizer, and also maybe talking a little bit about everything else that's going on with this. So this month, the Bargain Bead Box theme is Budding Romance. So we've got deep burgundy quartz known as Malaysia Jade. Malaysia Jade is dyed quartz, right? So they can get some really, really cool colors when they do it that way. But it stars in this month's romantic palette. Accents include rose quartz, which is the first gemstone that I ever fell in love with, microfaceted garnet, and colorful crystal enamel charm. Cubic zirconia drops and other floral findings complete the collection. And we also get a free bonus strand of bright blue quartz beads. They were meant to be a pale teal accent color, but it didn't go as they expected. So we've got some 6x4 faceted rondelles. Is that them? No, these will be them. 6x4, yep. Or maybe these are them? Yeah, that's the one. These ones. Oh, in a deep red. There we go. And also included these for free. So we've got all of these to fill up. And these look like really, really, really long strands. So we might have a very full box when we're done. Usually I have to, if there's a lot of beads on a strand, I have to put down one of these divider things so I can fit all the beads in here. And I'm probably going to need to do that with this strand and maybe this one, but for sure with the blue one, because that is a lot of beads. And they are 8mm beads, so they are a little bit longer. But that is really nice that we got some free beads with that. They're also giving away free beads this last week at the Bead Box Bargains. That's the sister site, where like every $10 you buy, you get a free thing of Czech glass flower beads, which is pretty cool. But they also have, and I've watched some of their videos, and they're doing tutorials, they're doing behind the scenes, they're doing sneak peeks. I'm really glad that they've got a YouTube channel now, and it's just Bead Box Bargains. You can find it. I'll link to their channel in my description if you want to follow that. I'll also link to their site so you can grab one of these if you are not a subscriber. Although I think most folks who get bead boxes are, because they do such a great job of curating these bead boxes, and it is one of the most economical boxes out there. You get a lot of high quality beads for a very reasonable price, and they usually have really reasonable prices at their sister store. I am a huge fan of Bargain Bead Box. All right, so let me get our free beads out here. This is such a beautiful, like, clear blue. This is the sky on a summer's day. That's what I am looking at right now. Yeah, I'm putting this down, and we're going to get this right in here. This will be the first ones that we put in here. And I also, I'm not going in any particular order. They do have the descriptions right here on all of them. It is 15 inches for these 8mm dyed quartz. There are Malaysia Jade, and it is this really, really, really beautiful bright blue, which, like, the white balance on my phone always goes off with blues. So in color, It's gorgeous. It might be gorgeous on camera, I don't know. All right, let's just go from larger beads to smaller beads. This is what they were talking about, the Malaysia Jade. This is 10 millimeter, and we get 7-inch strands, and it is, do they have the color on here? Oh yeah, they don't have the color listed on the thing, so I'm not missing much. But I can say that it is a very beautiful, like it's almost a magenta shade. Because it's got some pink undertones. It's really gorgeous. And I am just going to make a mess all over this. I could have probably planned that unstringing a little bit better. I'm just helping them nestle so that they fit better. All right, so I did not have to put down a thing for this one. All right, and then the next largest are going to be these 8 millimeter Malaysia Jade, and it looks like these have the matte finish on them, and I got some, they were different color in the bundle that I opened the other day, and I loved the feel of these. So I really, really want these to be in a bracelet because just, it's gonna feel so nice on my skin. I want these next to my skin. I'm finding myself to be a really big fan of the matte finish Malaysia Jade. You know, like I like the ones that are smooth, but this matte finish just makes it feels cozy. If beads can feel cozy, these feel cozy. Like it's they don't feel like plastic or acrylic, but they feel a little bit warmer to the touch. These are smoother. These feel like there's some warmth to them, if that makes any sense. Like they're the same, they're quartz, so they're the same material, but these ones feel warmer than these, if that makes any sense at all. I'm very into like the tactile experience of beads like this. And actually, hold on just a sec, guys, because I got some beads from their sister site in a thing, and I feel like they might go with these. I did not do a haul video for this. I got them and I haven't gone through them yet. But I feel like these, and that's the number for them on the sister site. That's their product number if you wanted to go look at them. And then I got these little tinier, like these ones are garnet. And that's the number for them. I feel like these would go. I might not have room in here for me to add my little additional guys to it, so I'm gonna hold off on really doing that. But I think I might have picked up some beads that if not match, at least complement what we got in this. All right, let's keep going though. These are our 6x4 crystal faceted rondelles. They are 18 inches of this. This is a very long strand, 18 inches. Beautiful. All right, let's get these unstrung and put away. I really like this like soft, like it's almost a smoky lavender color. It's super soft, not in your face, but like, especially when you look at it right next to these beads, it kind of brings out the purple undertones to those beads just a little bit. I think we are going to have a lot of fun designing with these this month. Not as much fun as I did last month, but last month was the planet box, and like that was just like me all over. I loved the planet box so much. In fact, I'm going to be doing another project with them probably at the beginning of next week. I'm not done. All right, and then we've got some more Malaysia Jade. This is a 6x4 quartz faceted rondelles, and this is the dark red color that they were talking about. Unless these are them. I love the microfaceted ones because they sparkle so much. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna finally plan this out right, I think. Get these guys in their section. I also really like just looking at my beads when they're all organized in the container. It just makes me really happy. And this is like, it's part of how I play with beads. It's not just about putting them together. It's also about like feeling them in my hands and seeing them next to each other. All right, let's pull out these guys. These are approximately 4mm crystal faceted round beads. They are 20 inches of these. And they are also really sparkly, but they are like a turquoise color. And I could see how they would want like a light teal to go kind of complementary wise to with these turquoise colors. I could see that. Oof. Hold on, friend. There are so many of them. This is a very long strand. I'm just having trouble getting this out of here. All right. Oh, and here's the rose quartz, and they are the tumbled nugget beads. And I should probably find it. The very first gemstone I ever bought for myself was a tumbled rose quartz like nugget on the end of a keychain, and it was attached to my keys for years. It felt just like these. So you've got some nuggets. They're gonna look a little less pink once we cut this very hot pink strand. But they are still rose quartzy. There they go. I don't care if quartzy is a word or not. I'm gonna use it. So far, so pretty. I really like the idea of using these with these. I think, oh my gosh, I've already got an idea of what I'm going to go through. So we've got most of our beads out except for these. Wait a minute, are these exactly the same? No, they're not. They are different colors. So this one is 3 and 3.5 garnet microfast rounds. Get 15 inches of this. And these are super sparkly. These are very, very pretty. I am leaving them on the strand until I use them because they will sit very nicely right in here. And they'll be a little bit easier for me to get out if they are on the strand. And now we've got a bunch of findings and pendants and things. So let's start over here with these 13 by 4 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated cubic zirconia drops. I'm going to set them right here in my little dish. I'm going to turn one of them over so you can see the front side and zoom in a little bit closer so we can take a look at that. So this is the front and this is the back. And it's got the pink, the light pink, and the light diamondy color. I'm going to set this right here. I like to put pendants and drops and things right here in this spot next to the clasp. That's just where I put things like that. Speaking of pendants and drops, we've got these 31 by 18 enameled metal branch charms. They are teal colored. And I don't know about you, but this teal seems very blue. Here's the front and back of these. And when I say this teal seems very blue, it's because it's almost the exact same color as our extra beads, which honestly, that's fantastic because now we've got some pendants that will go with our extra beads when we are doing some designing. All right, now we've got approximately 32 millimeter Malaysia jade and brass teardrop pendant. And this is the back of the pendant. And this is the front. It looks like we've got a setting with some prongs. It's pretty well in there. I think it's probably glued too. Maybe. I'm assuming things. I know you don't ever want to assume, but that is a very, very pretty pendant. And I don't know if you guys can see with the light behind it. Let's see if you can see more of that light shine through it. But there's very, very like a glow from behind it. And the light shines through around the edges. I'm going to set that one right here because we've got room for all of these other things, which means I probably have room to add my little extras like these guys. It's just going to add a little bit more. And this stuff was from their shop. It did not come with the bead box, but I'm going to add it to it because, you know, why not? Why not? We've got a lot of gold findings here. So we've got some bead caps. And these are 6.5 millimeter scalloped bead caps. And they are gold colored. I'm going to set these guys right over here. And then we've got these flower spacer beads. They are 7 by 4 millimeter. There are 20 of them. And they usually put extras if you want to get more spacers or that sort of things up on the shop, and subscribers get a 30% discount coupon that they can use at the Beadbox Bargains shop for, I think it's valid for like 2 months. I don't know. I might be just making things up. We've got some gold-plated brass filigree chandelier components. We've got a lot of great like components that we can use. All right, so this is what I'm calling the front and this one is what I'm calling the back. There's not a huge difference. It's just this one's kind of more rounded and this one's a little less rounded. For these, I'm going to stick these right in here with my other drops. Speaking of other drops, we've got some enameled metal rose charm. These ones are pink. There are 2 of them. And they go right here. You put one up facing up and one facing back the other way so you can see both sides. Looks like the enamel goes all the way around on the flower part, but not on the leaves. And I'm going to set those right in here. These would look amazing with some of these rose quartz beads, I think. Yes, and maybe some flower spacers. We have gold-plated brass floral toggle clasp. And these have a little flower on the end, a little bit of a branchy shape here. Then we've got a flower and a circle, and all these have some texture on them. I'm going to set this here. Actually, let me move it aside a little bit because the chain is going to go in there too. And it looks like this is 2.5 by 2, 18 karat gold plated stainless steel jewelry chain, and we get 1 meter of that. Let's stick that in there with that. And the last component from the box is the 25 by 20, 18 karat gold plated brass filigree flower chandelier pendant. And I've seen other people pulling this up, and I've looked at it and I've been like, oh, I want to see it. The main thing I was curious about is if this twists and turns, and it does not. Oh, I really wanted something that twisted and turned so that you could play with it while you were wearing it. But that's okay, because this swings back and forth so you can still play with it. Well, let's get a little closer. Take a look at that. You could probably take apart these two components, and you could have this little chandelier part be one component, and then you could have this. I'm gonna do that actually. I mean, I love all of it together, but I think this would be a fantastic component just as a focal in a necklace, where you have like both strands coming out this side, and then you have another like drop hanging from this like that for your focal. I think that would look amazing. And then we could do a different kind of focal with just the chandelier part. Will these come apart? Let's see, without me having to break anything. Is that a split right there that can be opened with a tweezer? Let's find out. Let's hope I'm not breaking this. Can I twist it open? Is that where it twists open at? Oh, it does, it twists open. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Because I am about to turn this component into two components. If I can get this open without breaking it. I mean, am I the only one who thought of that? I hope not. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. But it does twist open. I will figure out how to get this apart when I can have it in front of my face and not when I have it in front of a camera that is far away from my face. Because I think I can do this without breaking it so that I can have two completely usable components from this one piece. Because I mean, I've already got an idea of how I want to use that. I think it's gonna be great. Oh, and I am gonna just pop this guy right in here. Again, this did not come with the box, but it's something that I had sitting there, and just let me, how does this not go? I mean, you've got the darker ones and then you've got the lighter ones. They just, I have to, I can't not. it's important that this be part of it. All right, let's scooch back just a little bit. One last look. And this is the Budding Romance collection from Bargain Bead Box. I will put a link to Bargain Bead Box if you're not a subscriber. It's really inexpensive. You get really great curated boxes that are curated to a theme, and they all go together really well. And it's definitely worth it, especially if you're going to be using your 30% off coupon at their sister store, where you get some really, really, really great deals with a lot of different things. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!